Good morning, my sweet friends. It's Miss Hildie here. You know what? Today I was trying to figure out what we could talk about, but guess what? I'm just going to take you around and show you some decorations. Something a little different today. I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to take a little tour of my living room. Well, here you are looking at my family room right now. I know it is packed. I have so much. It is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to take you a little bit around. Show you what we got going on over here. I have a lot of furniture because we have moved so many times and I go from big to small and big to small and I don't get rid of anything. As you can see, I don't have my fireplace lit right now, which I should because our heater is broken and it is about 32 degrees in this meat locker. Anyway, there's my little stockings. I'll show you. I made these out of a blanket from the 99-cent store. And it made exactly 5 stockings. I was so happy. And then as we come up, I just have my little angels and my candlesticks. And then you can see my big head. A friend of mine painted that for me years ago. And I've had it forever. It was way larger than that, but we had an earthquake at one of the houses we lived in, and it went flying down 2 flights of stairs, and it broke, so I had to have it recut down. But anyway, it's still beautiful. Everyone thinks it's Michael Jackson, but no, I never knew I resembled him. Anyway, as we're coming around, here's my husband's chair, which he lives in. That's actually his apartment right there. And then I have my little TV, and I just put some little presents up on top to keep it festive. And then I have my Coram Deo. Now, that is Latin. For those of you who do not know, that means before the eyes of God. And that's the way we all should be living. I put it above my TV so that you always remember to not be viewing anything on your television that is not of the Lord. Because God's eyes are always upon us. There's nothing in secret. So there you go. That's why I put that there. Now we're coming around here. I have my solas. I have one on this side on this column. And then I have one over here on this column. That is sola gratia. That means by grace alone we are saved. And the one on the right is sola fide, and that is by faith alone, which I love. Then I have my little area right here, which I love, my big Baroque pieces of furniture. You know, Miss Hildie don't do nothing normal. Anyway, I got that for an excellent price because it didn't have a top. Then I just went to the lumber store and had them cut me a little piece of wood, and boom, there we go. And then this mirror, it is a beautiful Regency mirror. I got this at an estate sale, and it actually came from a lady. Terrible story, because she committed suicide because her husband had just died. I'm sorry, my washing machine is having a fit. Anyway, it is gorgeous, and it is all carved with these Roman chariots and these flying angels. And I literally like to think that this is the poor Israelites getting chased. That's what I think it is. Anyway, I do not know. Anyway, that's the living room and the family room. Now, I just turned around, and this is what is on the back side of that family room. I just have a little area here with some collections of my beautiful Bibles, because I love them. I have a million old Bibles. So if any of you are getting rid of any, you let me know. And just my pretty religious art, which I love. I had a whole wall of beautiful art in our other home, but this house just doesn't have the room. And then I have my gorgeous piece right here, which I love. You know, Miss Hildie, I told you I like my fancies. And then I have my Jesus. And this is the most beautiful, precious thing in my house. Every time we have an earthquake, I run and put my hands up there because I do not want that to fall. This came out of a church. My husband bought it for me for my anniversary. And it was in an old church in France that they were demolishing. And they had all the stations of the cross. Thinking back, this is one of the purchases I have regretted because he had all the stations and it was not inexpensive, but I loved it and so did my husband. And I am so happy that we purchased it. But I should have put them all on a credit card and bought them all because you will never see that again. The back of this is made out of horsehair. It is ridiculous, but it's so fragile. You can see where it's just crumbling in certain places. And then I have my little collection of all my religious art that I keep under these cloches. I collect all kinds of little Bibles and little trinkets and crosses, which I love. Now, don't mind this table because we're setting up for a party that we're going to be having this week. You already saw the dining room. Yeah, I got a boatload of things over here going on. And then I have my 9-foot tree, which is quite large and quite crazy, but I love it. I love a big tree. If you're going to make a tree, just go big. What difference does it make? It's the same amount of work and the same amount of cleanup, so just get the big one. And then this is my little formal room over here, little sitting area for the girls because no men like to sit over here for some crazy reason. I do not know. And then I just have a mirror and my doggie. And then over here is my little entrance area, which I have my collection of my blue and white, which I love. And a little antique. The store behind this little baby, I thought it was a misprint because the lady had that for sale on Marketplace for $25. I said, are you out of your mind? And she said, no, I need it gone. I said, I will take that off your hands. Anyway, so I purchased that. Sorry, more food areas. When we have a party, it's all about the food. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the tour with me.